Oriental music just means one thing, and that was New Japan Pro Wrestling Dominion that took place last Sunday in Osaka, Japan. My God, as cards go, that's probably one of the best ever.
Yeah,
ever.
Totally agree.
Ever, like it's WrestleMania 17 worthy in my book.
Yeah, it was just 5 hours of fantastic matches. For 4 hours, mine plus the pre-show. I didn't actually watch the pre-show.
I did actually. We'll just talk about that very quickly. So, at Tatsuhiro Yagi, Takayuri Katamura, and Heike Kemoto against David Finlay, Sota Yusino, and Yoko Yoriki Oka. Mouthful to some of those names. You got to love the energy from the young lions. They literally run sprints to the ring and running all over the place. Like, some of them are actually very good. Like Oka, for example, has very good skills, especially with his aggressive use of submissions. Like, he's really pulling on the arms. The intensity and strength of there's this guy. Ever seen Katsumura? Yeah.
No.
He's literally that's the best physique, one of the best physiques in Japan already.
Alright.
He's literally John Cena-esque.
Yeah.
Like, he's very impressive. His intensity and strength is frightening at times. Like, he's like very similar to Brock, actually. Very similar to a young Brock Lesnar.
Oh, okay. So he's huge.
Oh, he's huge. Yeah, he'd probably be like 260 or 270 or something like that. In the end of the day, Finlay pinned Yagi after a variation of a Stone Cold Stunner for the win. David Finlay's actually very good. It's like he's the guy to watch out for in the future, actually, like, for sure. So a 4th generation superstar.
Yeah. I know WWE would love to sign him just so they could say that.
That's it. Kawato has such a chip on his shoulder. One of the young boys, he pushes and attacks people after the match, and he tried to attack Finlay after the match before being separated by the rest of the young boys. So it's cool, like, you know, oh no, you lost, no, screw you, like, you know. Anyway, the first match, Yoge Makabe, Yuri Nagata, Tiger Mask W, and Tiger Mask the Fourth took on Yoroyoshi Tanza, Satoshi Kojima, Manabu Takahashi, and Jushin Thunder Liger in an 8-man tag. I tell you what, ever since I've seen Tiger Mask's entrance this week, I can't stop listening to Tiger Mask W's theme song, which is actually a TV series in Japan.
Oh, right.
And that has Okada and Matabe and Tanahashi as part of their program. So imagine watching. If there's an English version of it, I have to watch it.
Yeah.
So.
It's class.
So if you ever wondered why Tiger Mask W wrestled all these dark matches against people that are like dressed up in like reds or other Tiger Masks, it's to do with the TV show, because that's the main rivals they're against.
Ah, okay. That's one of them is Ibushi as well, isn't
Tiger
it?
Mask W is Ibushi,
yeah.
And you know it's him straight away. Like, he does the exact same moveset like he would if it was Kota, like, you know.
Yeah.
Great athleticism from him as well. Like, he's probably one of the best athletes in Japan as well. Like, he can do almost anything. I like the diversity of Nagata. Now, he's a former world champion, and in his right, he uses very interesting use of strikes. It's like elbow, back fist, punch and kick. It's very interesting to watch him. Makabe pinned Takahashi in the end after a top rope knee drop for the win. Now, the gauntlet match for the never openweight 6-man tag team match. This was. It was interesting, actually. It seemed like a bit of a mess name. When we named it the predictions last time, it seemed like a mess, but here we go. So, Bad Luck Frail, Yujinro Takahashi, and Hangman Page from Bullet Club. By the way, I was paying attention to the Bullet Club's entrance all the time for a very good reason we won't talk about on this show. You know what I'm talking about. and you know what you're talking about if you watched it. Chaos, Tomohiro Ishii, Toriano, and Yoshitatsu. Suzuki Gun, Zack Sabre Jr., Yoshinobu Kanemaru, and Taichi. And then Taguchi Japan, Ryosaku Taguchi, Ricochet, and Juice Robinson. And Los Ingobernables de Japan, Evil Santana, and Bushi. The match started with Bullet Club against Chaos. Yano low blowed Page and Takahashi before rolling up Takahashi for the pinfall win. Then Suzuki Gun came out. They quickly beat Chaos. With Zack Sabre Jr. rolling up, in his signature cradle for the pinfall. The way he rolls him up and has him as on his neck.
I saw that. That was.
It's almost like a finisher. Like he does that. That's like his. Whether the wrestler has a signature schoolboy or a signature cradle.
True.
That's how good of a technical wrestler he is. Taguchi Japan then came out next. Loved the baseball-inspired cannonball from Taguchi Japan, actually, where they were like, ready, shit, whack, cannonball. Good teamwork at times from Robinson and Ricochet. When Kimaru tried to spit the whiskey in Robinson's face, he accidentally got Taichi. Robinson took advantage by pinning Taichi following his Unprettier. Sabre Jr. then attacked Robinson during LIJ's entrance by locking in his octopus lock on Robinson, so it weakens them before LIJ then came out. Who took advantage of Robinson being hurt following Suzuki Gun's attack. Very good spots when Santana superplexed Taguchi and Robinson, who were back suplexed by Evil and Bushi at the same time. It was like that 5-man superplex, if you like. So and then at the end, LIJ retained their titles after Santana locked Taguchi in his Dragon Sleeper, followed by Bushi's middle rope codebreaker for the pinfall win by Bushi. So it was a good match. It was a good kickstarter, if you like. It like so many spots and stuff like that. Like so.
It was a great start to the I should say the pay-per-view.
Yeah, absolutely.
A lot happened. I didn't understand a lot. That's solely because I don't watch a lot of New Japan. I keep meaning to, but it's just so difficult with the amount of wrestling that's on at the moment.
When you watch it, you get to know some of the characters as well. Like Zack Sabre Jr. He's only been in Suzuki Gun very recently now, so and
like I'm getting more not comfortable, but I'm getting more aware of the different factions and who's in them.
Yeah.
So obviously, the more I watch, the more I'll understand. So we have obviously the Suzuki Gun, Bullet Club, Chaos. I can never get Los Ingonobles. Las Ingobernables de Japan. There you go, that one.
Which means the ungovernables in Spanish.
Okay.
So
the ungovernables, is
yes.
It? Oh, okay.
Yeah. So because all those guys are all Japanese, but they all wrestled in Mexico, and that's inspired them for their name. Like so. Now Roppongi Vice took on the Young Bucks for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team titles. Young Bucks attacked Rocky early in the match, making the majority of the match almost like a handicap match between Tran Beretta and Matt and Nick Jackson. In a terrific back and forth match, though, despite a resilient comeback from Romero, Young Bucks hit the Indie Taker on Romero before Nick submitted to Romero with the sharpshooter to win the Young Bucks' 6th Junior Heavyweight Tag Team title for Ring of Honor.
They're better than Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordans of the IWGP Junior Tag Team division, so congratulations to them. War Machine took on the Gorillas of Destiny for the IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team titles. In a good match, the referee was knocked down after Tonga pushed Rome into the referee. And then when Tonga went to hit Rome with a chair, he missed and got headbutted. When Rome went for the chair, he threw it away, only to get hit by Roa with the chair. And then Gorillas of Destiny finished off Rome with the Guerrilla Warfare finisher for the win, with Tonga pinning Rome.
It was a little messy, the finisher.
Oh no, I liked it. It was kind of
it is a good finisher. It was just a little messy to them.
Oh, okay.
That's what it was. They just messed up just a tiny bit.
Yeah,
but it was still good. Obviously, still a good finish to the match.
They won. I don't know how many IWGP heavyweight titles they've won now.
It's 3.
It's the third one, is it?
Yeah, it's the third one.
They're definitely. I'm really liking what I really like about Gorillas of Destiny, actually, how good defensively they are, especially which one? I think it's
which one?
Tamatoga, I think it is.
No, I'm not good with names, so
Tamatoga's the one with the longer hair,
with the beard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, who has the hair? He looks like he has a cone at the end of his chin, like with his beard. Like I can't see anything because I'd like to do that myself.
It's class. Yeah,
it's class.
You could do it.
Probably could. But like he's such a good defensive wrestler, but it's so crazy because he swears a lot in matches. So it's like
they were all doing it. It just reminds me of the match that they had with Was it?
Chris Destiny are probably the rudest wrestlers in Japan.
Oh yeah, like
they swear at everything.
You have to get. Like, you wouldn't be doing a drinking contest with their match. And how many times they swear take a drink because you wouldn't make it to the end of the match.
It would get so offensive. I think it would get more offensive. They'd be saying C words and stuff. The single matches then started. Cody against Michael Elgin. A very good match actually.
Yeah. Big Mike.
Excellent mannerisms from Cody. Listen, what I like about Cody, you never really saw this in WWE, but how good of a performer he is. Like how good his mannerisms are.
Yeah, WWE never let him though.
That's the thing. He's as good as Marty Scurll in that sense. Marty Scurll for me is one of the best wrestlers for mannerisms in the world at the moment. Cody is up there, if not right there with him. Like, you know.
It was a really, really good match. I did like the back and forth all the time. Like, obviously this is a big thing, especially in matches nowadays, where the opponent will steal the other's like gimmick or like special taunt. Michael Elgin doing it throughout the match was fantastic.
Yeah, doing the cartwheel. Yeah,
not even the cartwheel, when he was just on the ground on his belly. With his legs up and then just hand on his chin, just looking at Cody on the ground.
There you go, it works. He does that a lot actually. He did it against Naito when he transferred the IC title. That was actually a very good match actually.
Yeah.
And the match ended though, very good match, but Cody pinned Elgin following his crossroads.
Yeah.
Now, the IWGP Junior Heavyweight title match, Hiromu Takahashi versus Kushida. Incredibly aggressive match from the start. Like they were literally kicking each other's arses like 2 minutes into it.
Yep.
And it looked like it was a 20-minute match after that. Like that's how physical it got. Like awesome spots, including Takahashi's sunset flip on the floor on Kushida, and Kushida giving Takahashi a variation of his fisherman suplex on the apron. I think it was actually when he did that. Actually, the bumps they take are crazy. So Takahashi can take a bump, and a good one at that. Like how he doesn't injure himself, God only knows. The fans booed Kushida when he hit Takahashi with the Danielson stomps actually.
Yeah.
When he was on the ropes, like, because thinking, oh, that's not like you. Like Osaka apparently are very infamous.
He's a little. They're very clear on who they like and who they don't like.
Exactly, like, you know, and they let you know if they're against something. Like they're not as flexible as maybe other crowds would be.
Yeah.
In the end, Kushida submitted Takahashi with his hoverboard lock, which apparently is the Kimura, what he calls it.
Yeah.
To win the match and his 5th junior heavyweight title now. So after the match, Bushi attacked.
It was right. It was right to do that. He won the best of the Super Junior. So
did you know, and this is amazing, apparently he's only the 4th man to ever in the history of the Super Juniors to win the Super Juniors and then win the title.
Seriously?
Yeah, and he's done it twice of the 4 occasions.
I thought it was nearly a foregone conclusion that would happen.
Well, Ospreay didn't win it last year.
No, that's true, he didn't.
Ricochet didn't win it.
Yeah.
Kushida won it though. And 2 occasions, there you go. After the match, Bushi attacks Kushida with his green mitts, possibly indicating a possible title shot in the future. Bushi is on a bit of a roll as well. I wouldn't mind that, like, you know. So
yeah. So
it'll be interesting to see that. Now, Minoru Suzuki against Hiroki Goto in an ever openweight title lumberjack match.
This is my first time seeing Suzuki.
Suzuki is awesome. I love Minoru Suzuki is one of my favourite wrestlers to watch at the moment.
He's just so good.
He's so badass. As badass as it gets, he literally doesn't give a damn.
There was one at one point there, he was just, because it was a lumberjack match, so Goto was taken out of the ring and he was in the crowd getting beaten up by the rest of Suzuki Gun, and Suzuki is just there in the ring, legs crossed, with his hand on his chin, just chilling out, just waiting for him to come in. And
even small little things like having a go at the young lions, having a go with Liger, who's at commentary as well.
Yeah, for
Japanese commentary, just stuff like that. Like, and if you look back at his documentary, like the stuff he used to do when Asuka used to wrestle in Japan, he'd attack her with no guilt whatsoever.
Yeah,
no guilt whatsoever. That's how cool he is. Like, watch his match actually. He wrestled for What Culture against Joe Coffey. Watch that match. It's a very good match, actually. Yeah.
Okay.
Chaos and Suzuki Gun were almost at each other the whole time in the match. Suzuki got into Liger's face at ringside, as I said. When the ref got knocked down, it turned into an all-out brawl between the two factions. It was, how many people? Who was there for each of them? I think
four on each team.
Yeah. And
then there was a 5th that came out. Taichi came out afterwards.
It had to be Taichi.
Of course it would.
It had to be. He's probably there's very few wrestlers I dislike. because they're like for some strange reason you just have a disdain for them, and he's one of them.
Yeah.
I like his gimmick, but just
him, you just don't like him.
What he does in the ring just makes me hate him so much.
Classic heel.
Yeah.
Classic heel.
Yeah, you know, Goto got the GTR on Suzuki, but Taichi dragged him out of the ring before he could counter 3. Taichi then attacked Goto with a chair. Suzuki took advantage by defeating Goto with his Gotch pile driver for the pinfall win to retain the title. Suzuki Gun continued to attack Goto after the match until Chaos made him retreat. Hashi tried to go after Suzuki Gun as he left, so it looks like now Yoshihashi will be next to go for Minoru Suzuki, which I wouldn't mind. Like Yoshitashi's a better like he doesn't get his push as much, like because he's in the background compared to guys like Okada and Ospreay and Goto in Chaos. So give him a chance and he'll do well. Now the co-main events: Tetsuya Naito versus Hiroshi Tanahashi for the IWGP Intercontinental title. Naito really damaged that title from the front plate. Now it's
actually chipped properly. Yeah, it's crazy. I did love his attire coming out to the ring though, the mask and the suit together.
Yeah,
really good.
Yeah,
really good.
Yeah, he does that a lot for his entrances now. Like so, like he comes out with the suit and it takes him forever. It takes him like 2 minutes to take the whole thing off. Like so.
Well, like the Tanahashi didn't allow him to.
Yeah. Like
as soon as he came out to the ring, as soon as they threw the belt into the ring, Tanahashi came out after him.
Yeah.
Just showing how much he didn't like how Naito was disrespecting the Intercontinental title.
Literally, one of the side plates is off it now.
It's gone.
It's filthy. It's literally gone grey with filth, and now it's front chipping off, and the plate it's actually dented in the top.
Yeah.
So if it's gonna have to make a new title, I think
it's like a new hardcore title.
Literally, I like it.
Would you leave it like that?
In a way, I like what he's trying to do, but it's at the same time it's still like, oh, really?
Yeah, I feel he'll go back to the proper title. He'll probably do a thing at the next show where he says, I got this brought back to its former glory, and then he'll do an unveiling and it's the proper title,
and he'll destroy the title again.
And Naito might try and just come in and interrupt and try and destroy it again. Yeah, that'd actually be good.
Yeah,
that would work.
Imagine imagine what it'd be like if he had the heavyweight. That's probably why he isn't heavyweight champion. Can you imagine if he did that with the heavyweight title? Yeah, there'd be uproar because
they wouldn't allow him.
That's why he wasn't heavyweight champion for long. He beats Okada last year.
What if he wins the new United States title?
Was he in the?
I don't know if he is.
Well, at least
no, he'd be in the G1 tournament itself.
But I tell you what, if he actually did that and went around America, that would actually cause more uproar.
Yeah.
Thinking about it, the United States title defended in America, and he just throws it around like it's nothing.
Yeah. Well, then it would give a good feud for one of the American stars to go up against him.
That's it. Yeah. So like someone like a Jay Lethal or something like that.
A Jay Lethal, possibly. Yeah. I was thinking Michael Elgin, but
yeah, absolutely. Michael Elgin's Canadian, though. Do you know that?
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh well, then forget what I said about Michael Elgin.
No, whatever the case, like North American. As I said, Tanahashi attacked Naito during his entrance, supposedly ends it early, as apparently he's suffering from a bicep injury, hence why he had like the big sleeve on as part of his attire. Takahashi lost his head a bit, during the match after mounting Naito with close fit, so it's very unlike Tanahashi. He's usually a very sportsmanlike guy. So many near falls, including Takahashi kicking out of the tornado reverse DDT and Naito kicking out of the frog splash, but in the end Takahashi made Naito tap out with a long and very deep cloverleaf submission to win his second Intercontinental title in a very good match. It seems that Naito hid a knee injury going into the match, which Tanahashi discovered during the match. You notice he was limping a lot afterwards, actually. So who knows? That could mean he could be out now for a while. So, and of course, now we get to the main event: Kazuchika Okada versus Kenny Omega 2, IWGP Heavyweight Title match. My God, there's no words really. No,
just if you haven't seen this match,
you must
wait till the end of the show and then go watch it.
Yes, but no, please don't. Watch this match. It's literally, there's so many ticks for it. Like spots, near falls, endurance, the quality of wrestling.
Yeah.
The drama with the Bullet Club as well, like with Cody almost strung in the towel, like
the little bit of possible infighting as well. Yeah.
It's just it's. Well, I must ask you this: was this a better match than the first one?
Oh God, yes.
It was.
Yeah.
This is six star, or even 6.5 star.
Well, Meltzer came out with his rating for.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he gave us 6.25.
6.25.
Yep.
Cool. Makes sense.
It's
the first ever 6.25.
This broke the scale.
You do know actually that Okada Omega was not the only 6-star match ever given. I discovered this during the week actually.
Yeah.
There was another match between what's his name? A really good, he has the record for most 5-star matches in history. A Japanese wrestler, Matsuharu Masawa.
Okay.
He was in All Japan Pro Wrestling. This is when All Japan were bigger than New Japan at the time. Yeah. He tragically died in 2009 from breaking his neck. But he's him and Kenta Kobashi both had a lot of matches together. And he took on this guy called Kawada or something like that. And apparently that's the only other 6-star match. It was in 1994 or something like that. Mm-hmm. And I watched only a bit of it. And it was
he did mention himself that. Meltzer mentioned that this is not the first time that the scale has been broken. I think he was mentioning that the matches that Ric Flair and Ricky Steamboat used to have were the ones that actually someone got 10-star matches because they were so good. So, like you're saying, yeah, it's not the first time that the scale has been broken.
Well, from his records, there's only been 3 matches now that have gone over 5 stars.
Yeah.
The 2 Okada Omega matches, and then Masawa and Kawada, I think it was his name.
Yeah.
So
you got to remember.
Match, by the way, I'll send you a link for it later. Actually.
You got to remember that this is the scale on one person's opinion.
Yeah, of course.
You know, it doesn't have to be gospel, but. People are freaking out that because he broke the scale, but first of all, it's his scale; he can do whatever he wants.
Of course, yeah.
And the second thing is, he's just trying to show how good of a match this was.
Yeah, and he's the most respected wrestling journalist in the world, you could argue. So, and I respect his opinion a lot. Like by and large, there's very little I disagree with him with. You know, so that's just me. But Okada seems to hurt his knee again during the match. Actually, no, actually, that's actually one thing. Actually, there's one thing. Actually, it was one small little issue I might have with this match. Small little issue.
Okay.
Where Okada did seem to hurt his knee during the match.
Yeah, I know what you're going to say.
But he didn't sell it throughout the whole match.
Yeah. About halfway through the match, then he seemed to be walking fine, and there was no issues. So
it's a small niggly, but it doesn't take away how it doesn't bother me enough to be like, oh well, that spoiled the match. No, I wouldn't say that though. So, excellent wrestling from both men, from chain wrestling, limb targeting, movement, especially from Omega. The movement, that man can move really, it's just incredible. How he can dash in and dash out to avoid all these attacks. Mm-hmm. Some Death Valley driver from Okada on the apron, by the way. Remember that spot? Yeah,
I did.
Omega kicked out of one Rainmaker after Okada stopped the momentum of Omega from several German suplexes. Omega then countered Okada's dropkick into a sit-down powerbomb. I love that spot so much, by the way.
I think I sent you a Snapchat of that. Yeah, that was fantastic.
How the hell did you do that?
For me, though, the spot of the night, and the spot of not just the match but the whole night, was towards the end of it when Okada went to give Omega a Rainmaker. But Omega was just so tired and he just collapsed, and then because Okada missed it, he also collapsed. That for me was the spot.
I agree.
That just made that match, that tipped it over.
I agree. It was some elbow drop as well from Okada to Omega through the table from the outside, although it seems to hurt Okada as well.
Yeah, those tables in Japan are weird. They never break.
It broke perfectly in the first match,
but the frame didn't.
Yeah, the frame didn't in this time. So it depends on what the weight is, I suppose. Okada then hit 2 more Rainmakers on Omega, which seems to all but KO Omega. The rest of Bullet Club then appeared in the rampway, with Cody threatening to throw in the towel against the Young Bucks, who tried to hold Cody back. The distraction seemed to help Omega to get a second win by countering the Rainmaker and hitting Okada with the reverse Karana. The two went back and forth until Omega got Okada in the one-winged angel, but Okada had his foot on the rope to save the match.
Yeah,
I had a feeling that would happen. It was too close.
It was this is the thing that I mentioned the other day.
Here's that Rainmaker.
They're really protecting the one-wing angel finisher, and the fact that he did it once in this match, and the only way Okada could kick out was with his foot on the rope.
Yeah, he
didn't kick out. So I feel if they ever did have another match, and if the time that Omega hits that Rainmaker, or the not Rainmaker, sorry, the One Wing Angel.
As opposed to the 6 Rainmakers that Okada hit on.
That's why I feel like they're just really throwing that out there, which I feel is not really protecting it too much, which is kind of strange.
I like it. Like, it shows how significant the move. It shows a finisher is a finisher in Omega's sides.
Yeah.
Maybe it's much in Okada with the Rainmaker, but you know, it is what it is. Like, you know, a showboat trigger taunt from Okada resulted in Omega giving him another Rainmaker. It seemed like every time Omega actually built momentum for a finish, Okada stopped him with like a drop kick or something, like, or another Rainmaker. Every time he went for the finish, every time he went for his knee, every time he went for the Bullet Club pose, bang, gone.
Yeah.
Nope, momentum stops. You're not winning this match.
Yeah, I think he is Okada is probably the best in the world at drop kicks.
Oh, you question or shadow of a doubt.
Just each one right on the spot.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Such an edge of the seat match, and when Okada again, as you mentioned, tried to finish Omega with his 5th one, he seemed to collapse from Okada to miss it. You're right, that was an excellent spot. With 30 seconds to go, then Okada hit his 6th Rainmaker on Omega before Okada could reach the cover. The time expired in the match, making it a draw. Therefore, Okada retained the title. Omega seemed to be in tears actually in his eyes when he was helped back. Actually, if you notice, he was like this, and it seemed like he was crying afterwards. So
he did they did the interviews afterwards as well.
Yeah. I didn't see these interviews actually.
Yeah, Okada was first, and Cody Rhodes came in and interrupted midway through, and ended up spitting beer in his face. So that's obviously setting up, and it has been announced that the G1 event in Los Angeles, that it will be Okada against Cody Rhodes for the heavyweight title.
Wow. So
that's going to be a huge match. Omega also did a promo afterwards, just saying how much that he survived the Rainmakers. He survived Okada, and he knows now he can beat Okada. So I can't wait for the third. There's going to have to be a third match.
There has to be. No, I'll tell you what though, I only feel though, because the way that they're booking Okada in Japan, that they're making him seem like he's almost like Superman there over like they're the ones. He has all these tough challenges against, especially the matches with the Shibata match, the Suzuki match, the first Omega match. Eventually it's going to wear him down so much, like, and then Omega or even Cody could come in, or even Naito could come in and eventually take the title. It's only a matter of time, and then he'll come back and God, would you rather just looking at it from, say, Omega's point of view, would you rather Cody Rhodes beat Okada and then you beat Cody for the title, or would you rather win the title by beating Okada? I'm open to both. I'd like to see Omega beating Cody first, but considering what he's went through with Okada, it only makes more sense, and it'd be far more sweeter if he beat Okada first. Far more sweeter. It would take some situation to make that difference with Cody. But there wouldn't be enough right now. Certainly right now. Who knows what we'll say in the future anyway.